Hi everyone, in this video I'm going to show you how you can post your draft to the class wiki and also how you can post your feedback to your peers and what kind of feedback you should provide to your peers. Okay, so first we're going to click on the adaptation assignment class wiki link. Then you can review the wiki instructions, and once you're finished reviewing the instructions, click on create wiki page. Next, go to wiki page content, and where it says name, type in the name of your assignment. If you don't quite have a title yet for it, you can just call it rough draft, and be sure to include your name, so your peers will know who they're responding to. Then you can copy and paste your assignment, your draft, into the content box and click submit. Keep in mind that when you copy and paste your draft to the wiki's content box, the original formatting of your piece will sometimes be readjusted, but don't worry about this. Your peers and I will be focusing on the content of your essay and not necessarily on the formatting at this point. You may also post your draft as an attached file. So to do this, we're going to click on the Insert File button on the Tools bar. Insert File, here where it says Add Content. And I'm going to click on Insert Local Files. And I'm going to go to my documents on my computer. And I'm going to just select the document. And I'm going to click Open. But when you click Open, that does not submit your assignment to the class wiki. It just posts the assignment into the content box. You will still have to click Submit to submit your work to the class wiki. Okay, so now we're going to move to providing feedback. Before looking at the basic steps for providing feedback, we're going to review the kind of feedback that you'll be providing to your peers so that they can have just effective feedback to work with when revising their assignments. So because we're still in the revision phase of the writing process, we'll focus primarily on the assignment's content. So having the assignment's rubrics in front of you will come in handy at this point. So first in your feedback, focus on the writer's ability to respond to the assignment. So in other words, does the writer stick with the writing prompt, or does the writer go off topic, producing a draft that does not respond to the writing prompt? Then you may look at the rubric's criteria depending on whether the writer chose option A or option B. So let's quickly take a look at the criteria for options A and options B, which you can find on the assignment instructions itself. But I'm just going to click to it quickly here. So we have the criteria for option A, the creative retelling. So in your feedback, you could look at these 7 criteria. 1, innovative thinking. Right, an effective creative retelling will demonstrate the use of existing knowledge of storytelling elements to create a uniquely creative adaptation. Taking risks. An effective creative retelling will branch out from the existing source material to create an entirely new modernized scene. Demonstrating the ultimate purpose of an adaptation. 3, context and purpose for writing. An effective creative retelling will demonstrate the writer's understanding of the assignment, its purpose and audience. 4, genre and disciplinary conventions. An effective creative retelling will demonstrate the writer's knowledge and application of genre and disciplinary conventions, including the appropriate formatting of a story and the use of storytelling elements such as foreshadowing, irony, and dialogue. Control of syntax, grammar, and punctuation, which you will not be focusing on completely here, mainly primarily focusing on the content. But if you do encounter a sentence that prevents you from understanding your peer's idea, you can point this out. Also, you can offer a way to improve the sentence for clarity, but overall, We won't focus so much on grammar, punctuation, and stylistics. We'll save that nitty-gritty stuff for the editing phase of the writing process. And then criteria 6 and 7 has to do with the writing process and peer collaboration, which you're performing in right now when you post on the class wiki and provide feedback to your peers. So primarily, if your peer is writing a creative retelling, you're going to look at innovative thinking, taking risks, context and purpose for writing, and the genre and disciplinary conventions. But if you're responding to a peer that chose option B, you'll take a look at structure and organization. An effective analytical essay will contain the key ingredients of an analysis flowing together to create a coherent whole piece. So the key ingredients are a specific debatable thesis, body paragraphs with topic sentences and evidence, and explanations of the evidence to support the thesis. And a conclusion, if there is a conclusion in the rough draft, that works together to create a coherent piece of writing. Next, we have content and development. An effective analytical essay will contain relevant, poignant, and compelling content, illustrating the writer's expertise on the subject. Then we have context and purpose for writing. Again, this relates to how does the writer respond to the writing prompt? Does the writer answer the writing prompt fully and completely, or does the writer branch off topic? And then we have genre and disciplinary conventions. An effective analytical essay will demonstrate the writer's knowledge and application of genre and disciplinary conventions, including the use of MLA format. So you can focus on these 4 criteria when responding to a peer who chose option B. So now we're going to take a look at the steps for posting our feedback to the class wiki. So right now, if we look at wiki details, we will not see, there's nothing here other than just my welcome page welcoming you to the class wiki. But once we submit our drafts to the class wiki, the wiki details will look like this. So here we are at wiki details, and again, once we start posting our drafts, you will see a list of all the different drafts underneath wiki details. So to reply to a peer, again, we're going to go to wiki details, and then you're going to click on the draft that you want to respond to. So let's say I want to click on Michael's essay. I'll click on it, and here we have Michael's essay, and we're going to, when we want to comment, we're going to click on the comment button, and we're going to type in our comments. Right, we'll click on them there, and then in the content box, and then we'll click add. Then the writer will be able to see your comment by clicking on comments, and the writer will be able to read your comments there. If you're feeling particularly adventurous, if you want to, you can click on edit wiki content, because this is a wiki. You can edit the content of your peers' writing. If, for example, you find a sentence that isn't so clear to you and you want to make a suggestion on how your peer can adjust that sentence for clarity, you can again hit edit wiki content, and it gives you the ability to edit your peer's essay. I do suggest, though, that if you do decide to edit your peer's work, use a font that is a different color than the font that your peer is using. So you highlight it, and that's the background color. And then if you go to the tools bar, you go to text color and just pick a different color there. So your peer will be able to tell the difference between his or her own writing that was on the original draft and the adjustment that you made to the essay. And then also what I suggest is typing on the bottom your name, and let your peer know that you were the one that made the adjustment to the draft. and then you click submit. But that's only if you feel particularly adventurous and you want to write on your peer's draft itself. Okay, so that's it. Those are the steps for posting your feedback and for posting your essay to the class wiki. I hope you enjoy this experience. I too will also be posting my comments on the class wiki. Bye now.